Hello and welcome back to Rome Total War with me, Bardon. So, we've done a pretty good job in terms of, taking Sparta, Termon and Corinth. And at the moment, Apollonia is safe. Obviously, these guys could come and change that. And then we got to worry about these armies here as well. So, what exactly are we going to do? That's the question. Because do we let these guys form up and attack us in Corinth? Or do we maybe bring a relieving army here and deal with these guys? But can one army really deal with all of those guys? So we've got this Macedonian group here. They look a bit dangerous. Let's get our spy out and about. So I want him to have a look at this army and tell me what it's like. Okay, so they've got ballista, they've got peltas, they've got militia hoplites, they've got lots of light lancers and phalanx pikemen. Okay, so they look pretty elite. 10 attack, 15 defense. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's a decent enough army. Then let's have a look at these guys if we can as well. Okay, so at the moment, no. Because if we attack these guys, I'm pretty sure that these guys are going to join in as well. And I'm not sure if we have enough here in Termon to be able to deal with that. So we've got our recruitment on the go. We don't need to retrain anyone. Public order is 140 with monthly gains and low tax rate. In Corinth, public order is 85%. That's with low tax rate as well. We're already recruiting an assassin there. Okay. Then Sparta, got yearly games. We're recruiting Belatet, 90% public order and a low tax rate. It's difficult, I have to say. Let's see, are we recruiting anyone here? No, we're not. So I think actually here we probably should be recruiting. We are recruiting there. Okay. I think let's just end the turn and see what the Macedonians do. Okay, so they're besieging Corinth.
We're under siege!
Okay, yeah, we knew that. Lost a bit of money, which is interesting because recruitment and construction we didn't spend any money on, but we did have our games. We did recruit these guys, but we didn't actually spend money on them that turn, I don't think. And then let's see, so Parthia are at war with Egypt, which is good for us because apparently Egypt aren't too far away from winning the game. Dacia and Scythia are allies, and Egypt and Numidia have a ceasefire, which is not good because we want more pressure on Egypt. And Macedon and the House of Julii have declared a ceasefire. Now that is interesting. Okay, so do we want to Let's see. But first of all, let me get an army together out of these guys. So if I take that many out, we're still green there. Okay. So how about then if I take this many?
General, Imperator.
Okay, it's gone down to yellow.
General,
Okay,
prepare for battle.
so those guys are going to go for Larissa. And you're going to tell us what these guys
At
are
your
like.
service.
Okay, so
Watching and waiting.
that's either the same army or a similar army. Maybe they've just moved closer. And we can't get to these other guys apparently, because I guess our way is being blocked. Okay, so
On my way.
why can't he look
Can't do it,
into the
sir.
city?
I can't do that, sir.
Oh, he's performed the mission. Okay, so we can only do one mission per turn. Okay, forgot about that. Right, so we've got all of these guys who can pop onto our ships.
Imperator,
Okay, and the ships can drop them in Apollonia
ready to sail.
and then come back.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, so I think we need to rally out of here. We can't just let them, just leave them at our door and think that everything's fine. So let's recruit you, and then let's go with the army. So what ages do we have here? So we got an assassin.
Assassin ready.
But he can't actually leave because we're besieged. That makes sense. Although you'd think assassins would have ways of getting beyond the siege. Okay, so I nearly hit enter. What am I doing?
Attack!
So we actually have the upper hand here. So let's fight this battle. That's very true. Great empires are not maintained by timidity. Tacitus. But at the same time, that's probably why great empires aren't very liked the world over. Because of all of the shit they've done in the past.
General,
Okay, so let's get our guys nice and deployed. So they're going to be right out in front of the gate. Okay, so let's get all of these guys over here. Get your group. Now, let's get our Hastati together like that. Make them a group. Okay, and I want you. Let's see. You, and you. Here.
Hoplites,
Okay.
march! Mercenary hoplites, march!
No, like that. There we go. Let's make them a group. And let's pop these guys over here. There. Okay. No, that's not quite. And let's make them a group. Okay, and then you guys can be just here, I suppose.
The enemy have
Okay,
brought
so
up
let's
more
end
men!
climb to start the battle.
units, forward!
Okay, so let's get our guys outside.
Units, move out! Units, march! Archers, forward!
we don't want our archers to be taking their guys out. So I think we can almost certainly I think we can almost certainly deal, well, let's not say certain, but I think we can deal with these guys. Now they look like they're withdrawn, which is interesting. So they're going to meet or make the distance between them and the guys coming from the far side as small as possible, I guess. So we're kind of against the clock here. We want the whole group. There we go. So let's get this group over here. So what are they? They're peltas. You guys over here. Let's attack them. Okay, and while they're doing that, let's get the rest of the army out. Ready. Okay, and then you guys. Okay, and we want these guys to move back this way. Okay, so that's one of their units on the run. It's so long to get the guys out of the town. So let's start shooting at them now. So you can see those guys there at the edge of the hill now. Okay, looks like our last unit is finally leaving the town. Now interestingly, the reinforcements haven't moved all the way into position. Would have thought that they would have come, so they're going to try and attack us from two sides at once. So that's obviously the larger army that we should be most worried about, but if we get this army to run first, then they're not going to be as difficult to deal with, but they do have, I think, more elite troops than these guys. So who these guys move on? They're archers, okay? So you have to make sure that you're out of the way. Okay, and who are you moving? You're peltas, so you don't have the range of the archers. Okay, so we want... Oh, no, wrong guys. Over there. You guys get into range. Okay, and let's speed up time for a little bit. Okay. Now, so let's get this group here. Let's get this group here. And then let's get this group. This. Kill that group. Okay, so battle is definitely joined now. Archers can make their way down that way. Okay, so we've got none of their units to flee. Bring you guys down there. Again, we have to be careful of the guys over that way. And let's get these guys positioned here. Let's bring these guys back, actually over here, and we're going to sweep up through the rear of this army. Okay, and we want you to attack them.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are
That's
full
their
of
cavalry,
fear, and now
so-
they flee!
To bring them back up there.
The gods be praised!
Now let's face this
The
army.
enemy general is dead! His
Cool.
men know their doom approaches!
He's not actually a general, but still, it's nice to know that we've taken him out. Those guys there. Now let's get our archers to attack those guys. So some of them might come back, because they might run down that way and decide that they're not as scared as they thought they were when they're up here. But we can't go chasing them around. We need to now deal with this other army, and we have to do it relatively quickly. So let's get you guys here. Let's then get you guys there, and you guys come to there. Archers we want to move up as well. So I like that the AI is clever enough not to come within range of the towers in the city and that kind of thing. So I think those guys are probably gone actually. That's good for us. Is that army leaving the field? They seem to be at least moving away. Now it could be like a false retreat, so we do have to be careful. Oh, wrong one. That one. Okay. It looks like they're withdrawing. Oh, the whole group, please. And you. And let's just make sure they go over there. Okay. Let's speed up time again. Yeah, it looks like they might actually be withdrawing. So there's a couple of units actually coming our way, and the rest. So it looks like they've maybe been left behind by the others because they're ballistas, so they're probably deployed, and they can't be. Well, they haven't actually been deployed, so I don't know why they're moving forward. Maybe they're just being sacrificed for the rest of the... to get the rest of the army off the field. Let's go after these guys. Okay, so we'll clean them up. So it's a pretty easy victory simply because this army just kind of stood there and did nothing. Well, and then let's follow a general. So can we actually make it to them before they get off? Because it'd be nice to get rid of another unit as well. So hardly any losses on our side, and we wiped out the besieging army, and we've done a bit of damage to the guys who are helping them out as well. Now this is dangerous. We could
The enemy
possibly
army is
get
in flight!
our-
Pursue
Oh,
them
no.
and drive them from the battlefield!
I was going to say it was possible that our general could be in trouble. They routed just at the right time. So we want to completely wipe out
world will be
that
amazed
unit.
at
That's why
such a
we're continuing.
victory. The
there we go.
day is ours.
Okay, so that was very good. So they killed 15, but we actually lost 14 people, you can see there. And we killed 341 of their guys. So pretty much all of this army is gone. We probably could have cleaned up the rest of them if we wanted to, but we weren't sure what this army was going to do. And then we made a little dent in this army. 3 units gone though is pretty decent. And even if they come back with the stack that was a little further away, so a larger army, I think we're probably confident that we can deal with them as well. But it really does depend on how aggressive they are. Like as a defender, the AI tends not to be overly aggressive. And it looks like they've actually moved the other stack that was there into Athens rather than maintaining it out here. So that's interesting. Now, I want you to go to...
Secrecy is assured.
I want you to go here anyway. Okay. And then next turn, we're going to send him in first and see if we can actually get their gates open. Now, they are bringing up another army, which will make things interesting. Unfortunately, we don't have the money to be able to recruit some more men, because that's going to be, if that army comes and maybe this army decides to help as well, then we might lose that stack. But I think we have to take the chance. So let's end the turn. And actually, where's our guy over here? You're not our guy. Where's our guy? Oh, no, he's not our guy. You're our guy, aren't you? Yes, no? Yes, you are. Okay.
I shall speak.
So, why don't you talk to them? Let's see what we can maybe get them to do. Let's swap map information. We might have done that already, but okay, so maybe we just did that. Now I want to head which direction? I want to just head further in this way. Okay, so there's a little bit of a cut there because the game crashed, so I had to play back up to where we were. Fought the battle again, pretty much the same result, except we lost maybe a few more men and killed a few more men. So overall, pretty much the same. And also, I used their spy to go into Larissa, so he's in Larissa now. So we're going to be setting our sights on there as soon as we can. Here, we obviously want to do our retraining for anyone. So I think these guys first, and then those guys. So we can afford them all, which is lucky. But just to get everybody back up to their full complement. And then we can... Oh, I haven't moved the diplomat this time, so here he is here.
Sir.
And I wanted him to head over this way, didn't I? Yeah.
Your honor.
Okay.
Out of moves, sir.
Then our diplomat over here.
Sir.
I think maybe I want him to head around this way.
Without delay.
Okay.
Moves depleted, sir.
And other than that, I'm happy with the situation, so let's end the turn. Oh, I didn't move the army across to Apollonia this time either, so have to do it this turn, I guess. Okay, so they're bringing armies to the aid of Larissa, but they may be a bit late. So, end of turn report. We lost a bit of money, but that was mainly to do with the retraining of the guys, so I'm okay with that. Oh, we got 3 Senate offices this time. That's pretty good for us. And we should actually have a look. We haven't had a look at the Senate or the family tree in this one. So the House of Julii and Macedon are at war again. So their ceasefire didn't last very long, did it? Now, I'm a bit worried here. I'm going to do daily games. Yep. And then recruit another set of those guys there. Okay, now let's take the guys that we wanted to out of there. So everybody bar the town watch and the general. Let's pop them in there and pop them across into Apollonia. Okay. So Apollonia should be fine now. Then let's merge these 2 fleets. So it's not like the Spanish Armada or anything, but they didn't end too well anyway. But at least it's the biggest fleet we've had so far. But you know, they're not the top level ships either, so we have to be mindful of that. Now, I think let's do the whole family tree thing first. So the Senate. Let's start with the Senate. So it's good that they want us all to be hostile to Macedon, because that's pretty much what we need to do anyway. We have 6 turns to take Athens, and it'll just be games. Although the games could be good, we may get to do that anyway. We may get to take Athens, as long as if we take Larissa and then deal with those 2 armies, then we can probably maybe settle down this area, Corinth and Sparta, and then free up some men to go and take Athens. But at the moment, Athens isn't a priority. Larissa is just too good of a target. Okay, so let's get back in then. So then we want to see the Senate floor. So the Scipii are well out ahead. The Julii have caught us up. So a small majority within the Senate recognize your greatness, but most of the rest feel indifferent towards you. Fortunately, you now rarely provoke outright hostility from the senators. Your popularity with the lower orders is a little underwhelming. When a plebeian shouts a greeting in your general direction, the second word is generally off. So still not too popular with the masses. Now let's check diplomacy. So at the moment we've only got 3 enemies, and one of those is rebels, which you always have anyway. The Greeks are still our enemies, but the Greeks must be holding on one island or something, or maybe they've got, you know, a couple more places, but not too much, I don't think so. And it would actually be an idea. Once we take Athens, or we could. That's probably in Greek hands, Kydonia. So we could probably take there, and maybe Pontic is in the Greek hands as well. The fact that it's in a shaded area means that we don't know who owns it at the moment. That's who owned it at the start. So it might be an idea to maybe get these guys to sail over this way on a bit of a scouting mission.
No more moves, sir.
Yeah, I like that idea. Then we can go hunt down the rest of the Greeks and maybe take them out, because if I don't think we're going to win. I think the Egyptians are going to win anyway, but if we are going to try to win, we need to hold more provinces. So we got was it 6? Is that 6 at the moment? Yeah, we got 6 at the moment, so we need 15. So Athens and Larissa will bring us up to 8. Then if we take these 2, that's going to be 10, and then we only need 5 more, which take out, if we look, Macedonia, or the Macedons, have it looks like 4 there. So that'd be 14, and then we only need 1 more. So it's not beyond us to do it. It's just a case of we can't rush into it, or we're gonna basically lose all of our gains. So back to what we were looking at. So we want to then look at our finances. So we're doing pretty well finance-wise, especially when you think that we haven't spent all that much on generating income recently. It's all about you know, we've kind of gone into another gear in terms of conquest. So it's all about shoring up the new places that we take. So I'm happy enough with our finances. Now our family tree. So we look here. We got Numerius, who is 3 years old. We got Asinius, 9. Servius, who's 4. Vibia, who's 2. There's plenty in the new generation coming through. And we got Game Nitius, 14, so he's going to come of age pretty soon. Spurious, who's age 6. So now, like, we went from kind of a position where we were a bit worried about losing our top generals because we didn't really have that many kids coming through, and now we have, you know, plentiful supply of kids coming through. So we kind of have we're at the position where, you know, it's okay. Well, we don't want generals to die off, but it's okay if generals die off because pretty soon people are going to be replacing them. So then, is there anything else we want to look at in there? So we looked at that. Let's have a look at the faction rankings, because we haven't done that before. So let's see. So we're ahead of the Julii. We're way behind the Skippy. Let's have a look at the Egyptians, because they seem to be doing very well. Yeah, look, they're miles ahead of everyone else. How about the Macedons? They're ahead of us, but we're putting pressure on them. Senate are probably, yeah, Senate don't really expand because they've only got to 1 province and they just tell us what to do. How about the Greeks then? So the Greeks, yeah, are, let's see, military ranking. Greeks are well below us. The Macedonians are kind of coming back towards us. You see, we're kind of, we were kind of at a similar level to the Julii for a while, and then we just had that spike going up, and it correlated with the Macedons dropping. So us putting pressure on them was obviously a good idea. And then let's have a look at some of the other big factions. So let's take the Egyptians out, and then let's get rid of the Romans. And then I want to have a look at the Spanish, who are below us. That's interesting. And Gaul, I think, are probably well ahead. Yeah. So Gaul have overtaken Macedon recently as well. Okay, so that's most of the factions we come in contact with. The other one are the Britannia. So them and Gaul are at war, or so one of them is gonna come tumbling down pretty soon. Then production. So let's get rid of Gaul. So that's us. So production wise, we could be doing a lot better. You can see there. Territorial ranking, again, could be doing better. So Greece are at 2. We're at 6. Greece are at 2. So we now know that they have 2 places. Financial ranking, again, we're way down, but you know, we've been spending money as we make it, so that's probably why. Now, with all that done, I think it's time to assault Larissa. So let's get ourselves in here. Okay. So the spy's going to open the gates for us, so I'm not going to bother with this stuff. We're just going to assault. He might have this army coming to help him, which he does. But if we can get in quick enough, that army won't matter. We'll be able to get in, take the central square, and then block them off. So yeah, and the ratio is good for us as well. So let's get in and fight the battle. But speed really is very important for us. So where we started, the reinforcements are going to be on the opposite side of the city.
Before breakfast. But think on this. They feel at least as bad and don't have me to give them victory. Those overconfident men are the army of Macedon. They think themselves as good as us, but I think they are awaiting the funeral pyre. Units, await my orders.
It's a nice speech. Okay, let's get ourselves deployed. Okay, so I think what I want to do is... That guy did such a good speech. Maybe he's gonna end up getting himself a generalship. Let's group those guys. And then I want to put them over there. Okay, and let's actually go over to them and rearrange the way they're situated. So what I want to do is I want to capture 2 gates as quickly as possible. So let's do that. And these guys... Actually, let's go for 3. So let's group them and then pop them over there. And then come over to them. Oh, there's no gate. Oh, there is a gate over this side. It's just not as far over as the other one. Okay, so let's put you guys there. And then our archers. You can group up. And then these guys can go to the front.
More men.
And then we can start the battle. Okay, so they have cavalry there. Do they have people on this side? So I'm hoping that they just don't have enough people. So let's get ourselves situated. Yeah, I think we can actually take there. So let's do that. These guys are going to have to fight their way in. So although like it's 4 units against 1, it's still going to be pretty difficult. Now, you guys, it would make sense to do that there against them. Then we can maybe send the cavalry around in a different direction. So these guys I want to run. Okay, and you guys as well. Okay, now I want you to get inside. It's hard to see. This is one of the problems. It's hard to see over the wall. Now these guys should be capturing the gate over here. Yeah, we're about to capture that gate. That's good. Then they can head to the main square. Okay, so they did a good job against those. I think now we can maybe get ourselves in, because they've headed off somewhere else. So we have to be careful with these guys that they don't turn up against us. You can see they're heading in that sort of direction. Okay. So we've captured there as well. Now let's sweep around here with the cavalry. See, we're taking a lot of casualties in the town watch. These guys we want to bring into there. Okay, so we've broken those guys, so that's why the cavalry will come around. Now let's get the cavalry in there. These guys now we want in the center as well. So let's put them over there. Unfortunately, they have to go a long way around. Let's make them run, because otherwise the towers are just going to completely decimate them. These guys still haven't gotten inside. What are you doing? You need to go there. Okay, now let's go here. So got all of these guys ready. Let's get them over here. Bring these guys in here as well. How far are you guys going? Still such a long way to go around. They can come up here now at least. Now. You guys can take them on. Get these other chaps in position. Okay, now we're not going to be taking any more casualties from the walls, thankfully. But as you can see, the reinforcements have arrived on the outside, so that's going to be a bit of a problem for us. We've lost almost all of our archers. We have the bulk of our cavalry. Most of our hastati have survived as well. And we want to get the hastati and the town watch in attacking those guys. And then the cavalry are just going to maneuver themselves in position. Difficult to get around the temple, so right, so let's increase the speed. Yeah, so they're going to try to hold us off. But it's just one general's bodyguard, so although they're heavy cavalry, we should be able to win through. Yeah, we need those guys to run. I have to be careful with these guys that they don't get completely decimated. So we've got one group running. And you can see what I was talking about with the let's bring these guys around here. You can see though what I was talking about with how things work in terms of the larger cities, that it's very hard to actually take control of them. But they're a lot easier to defend because of things like this. Okay, so we got those guys. Now let's get in. Okay, now where are their guys coming from?
This will surely make his followers waver.
Go. Oh, we killed a king. Beautiful. That's amazing. Unfortunately, because he's not an actual general, we can't tell the guys to come back. So we can start our guys in position. So what we want to do is basically maintain all of these guys here. And just make a huge block that they have to try and push their way through. This works much better when you've got a general who can stop the guys from wavering, but hopefully we should be okay. Weight of numbers might be a problem, that's the only thing. Now let's put this group there. So that's going to start the clock ticking. Should do anyway. Oh, it's just someone there. Okay. So that's why. I was wondering why the clock wasn't ticking. There we go. Okay, so he's gonna stay there because he's not a general. He doesn't give the boost that you'd normally get from a general. So now we've got to hold out for 2 minutes 45 seconds. Let's increase the speed until they get here. Okay, everyone is in defensive mode. Okay, just get everyone to attack them. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute, 3 seconds. Okay, we got 1 unit wavering. Look at all of those guys coming at us now. We've only got 30 seconds to hold out though. Eight seconds. We're gonna do it. It was a bold move, but it's gonna pay off. There we go. We won't continue the battle. We'll end the battle because if we continue the battle, they're probably gonna win out against us. End the battle. They certainly did. So those guys did a huge amount of kills, but most of those are actually from the defensive on the walls. Our defenses on the walls. And then look, these guys that came in didn't kill all that many at all, the reinforcements, and we were actually doing a pretty good job of reducing them. But I didn't want to take the chance that our guys would start routing and we couldn't actually get rid of them. So again, I think this time we're going to enslave the populace. Because we don't want it to be as rowdy as the other places that we've been occupying lately. So let's enslave those guys. Going back to like the old ways really for our faction. And then so normal tax rate, we need to retrain all of those guys. Okay. So we're almost certainly gonna have rebels there, I think. Can we send someone from here? Oh no, that was stupid. So why do I have to go all the way around? Why can't you just go up there? Can you make it? No. Why are they going all the way around? That's stupid. Stop going all the way around. You guys go in there. Oh no, it's Captain Morjax. Oh, poor old Morjax, sorry. Let's send him some friends. Okay. Let's do that. And send those guys to help him. But I think he's gonna get his ass kicked. So they're gonna come with a relieving force to there. But that's something for us to worry about in the next video. But for now, Larissa is ours. We really do hope that we can actually keep it and not have a rebellion. There's like a 50-50 chance, I guess, that's going to happen. And just keep your fingers crossed for us, really. And now we're coming to the end of the video, so I've got a new end plate. So you should see a couple of videos here on the left for you to choose from. You know, check those out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed them. And also the subscribe button is there on the right hand side as well. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, why not think about it? But thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.